Welcome everybody. I got an addendum. As you know from the last value vinyl thrifting video, which was 2 videos back, I ran through my budget and went to the Goodwill and Salvation Army. Well, something came up today. I got a heads up from a coworker of mine who knows I love vinyl, and he showed me that on the Facebook swap and sell type groups, this guy posted. First of all, 6,000 records, $2. And did you see that picture? Do you know what that picture is? That is Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brasses, south of the border. A clear red vinyl Taiwan import bootleg pressing. And the city it's in, not far from where I live. So if you guys are in Maine and you're in that area, contact this guy on Facebook. He's got tons of great stuff. Not just these records, but he's a swap and seller. He's got lots of great stuff. Matter of fact, we got a baseball bat for Breathe for a great deal in the whole package. So anyway, I drove out there. Bad news is, by the time I got there, there was another person who was there before me who was able to go through the records and kind of sift out the probably more profitable records that were in there, which is cool, because you guys know me. That's not the records I'm looking for in the first place. And so I started looking through the records, making a little stack of things I was going to, because Mrs. VV's kind of messed with the budget a little bit, talked about the fact that since I'm going to be in Boston, I don't need to put a full tank of gas in the Jeep, just enough to get to Portland and back. And that leaves me like 1 or 2 days of driving to and from work, which is about $10 in gas. So we calculated down to the penny that I could probably spend $10, $20 in that area there. And so I started going through, grabbed a whole bunch of stuff. There was some great stuff that was in the disregarded pile from the guy that came in before me. But one of the things he did grab was that Herb Alpert one. I asked him what he wants for it. He goes, I don't know. And I said, I don't know either. I looked in Discogs. It's not there. I finally went through and just searched for it on Google, and there was somebody that had a copy of it in Europe, and it was like €8, which is about $10 American. He said, yeah, I think that's actually probably the fair price. That's what I was thinking, about $10. So I had a choice. Either get that one Holy Grail Herb Alpert record that I really want, and you guys know I want. And by the way, that sleeve was plastic lined inside and outside, and it was beautiful. It was the vinyl itself was in great shape. Or I could get this Big Stack Records, by the way, and I had to fight it, but I thought the best thing to do is because of, and you'll see, I grabbed the stack of records, and from what I grabbed was more worth the money that I spent than that one record would be. But good news, I got his information. He said it's not going anywhere. He has no intention of doing anything with it. And in the future, when I get back from Boston, I get a paycheck or two under and I get caught up again, I may still get that from him. And that will be awesome possums. I may still get that. So, all right. So here we go. This is what I got from that guy. First record, if you check out the video just before this one, you'll see the greatness that this is. And that is Erwin the Disco Duck and the Wibble Wobble Singers and Orchestra doing covers. Look at all the songs that are on there. This is volume 2. If you guys see any more, I need to know, because there's at least 3 volumes of this, because there's a comic on the back, and it's in the middle of the series, and at the end there's a cliffhanger. So I need to know what's going on, and there's a third part down here. Story continues on Fun Dances, Alley Cat, and Chicken Fat. But then before this one is watch for Erwin the Disco Duck releases hits, the first one, and it went gold. So I would like to collect these. So that's the first one. Like I said, I did a needle drop on the previous video from that. Check this out, guys. I love K-Tel. You know I do. But when they release a 2-record set with a gatefold, and it's a K-Tel, and it has this awesome list of songs, I'm going to hold it here for a second, gang. Just pause it right now. Go ahead and hit your pause and read this. Seriously, I've not found, at least to me, a better collection of hits on a K-Tel record ever. This is phenomenal. And the vinyl is in really good shape. I picked that up. I mean, it's even got Valley Girl from Zappa on here. I haven't got a copy of that. That is awesome. Hit list. Next up, In the Shrink, like brand new, sticker still on it, Heads Up from the Baja Marimba Band. As you guys know, I love my Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. This is also Addendem, his record label, another one of his bands. I've seen this before, I believe on your channel, Steve Carlson, if I'm right. But now I got myself a brand new copy of this. Isn't this the one where there's always a guy like standing backwards peeing on it somewhere? I haven't looked. Anyway, gotta have this. I didn't get my Herb Alpert. Second best. Guys like Procol Harum? I got a Procol Harum album that you don't have. How do I know you don't have it? Educated guess. Maybe you do, but not very many of you will. How about you take Procol Harum and you make a greatest hits album and you release it in Spain? Yes! I don't know how I found it, but it's Historia de la Música Rock. Procol Harum. Look at that. It's from Spain. Spain pressing. Look at that. Had to grab that. That is just too unique and out of the box. And it's in really great shape. Again, this is another one of those ones where you pull it out and the opening was on the top. And so, of course, you can guarantee the record was in good shape. And it is. Next up, I wasn't passing up any K-Tel I could. Next one up is Spotlight. All original hits and stars. Take a look on the back there. If, again, you want to pause it to take a look at it a little closer, you sure can. But good stuff on there I don't have anywhere else either. I just like that there's a nice copy of Baker Street there. I don't have an actual copy on that. So, good one there. Now, you guys ready? Remember that old commercial from the 80s? If you guys are in my generation, you're going to age yourself. I'm like, if I say, is that Freedom Rock, man? And if you said, well, turn it up, man, then you are an old fart. And if you're an old fart like me, you remember on TV those mail order Freedom Rock type things. This one was in the same genre, same category, same people. And this one was Rock Revival. Inside here, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 LPs of not overly jammed on good quality pressings of original songs by the original artists. This is a great record set. I'm going to push this on the back here. I want you to take a look there, guys. Cream, Rascals, Elton John, Three Dog Night, Kansas, Iron Butterfly. I mean, seriously, guys. Animals, Uriah Heep, Allman Brothers, man. Everywhere is awesome. Black Sabbath's Iron Man, Jethro Tull. Come on, guys. Look at that. Grassroots, Three Dog Night, Steppenwolf, Guess Who? 4 record set. Badass. Stan Wallowik and the Polka Chips. I don't have to explain this one, right? I mean, look at those outfits. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, it's Stan Wallowik. Stan frickin' Wallowik. Yeah. Don't need to say any more. Guys, Les Paul and Mary Ford, Lover's Luau. Now, this is great because, first of all, love Les Paul and Mary Ford. I have a couple of old 45s from the 40s, early 50s of theirs. I don't have much on the full LP sets of them, but when I listened to his guitar playing, the first thing I thought of when I first heard him was like, is that what they're trying to emulate in the, in SpongeBob SquarePants? If you ever listen to the incidental background music on SpongeBob, first thing I heard Les Paul, I'm like, holy cow, that sounds a lot like him. And so when you take Les Paul and SpongeBob and put together, you kind of get this kind of a Polynesian-y feel. This sounds to me like it's going to be an awesome record. I'm very, very happy to have it in really, really good shape. Next up, a Neil Diamond record I don't have. Yeah, imagine that. I got at least a dozen or so different ones. Don't have this one. Neil Diamond Stones. This is that one that's got a twine. It still has the original twine on it to open it up. And then it's got a brown paper bag sleeve on it. Look at that. It's in like new shape on that order. Very unique. I didn't even know this was out, and I didn't know this had this weird twine thing, but that's pretty cool. I had to pick that up in there. Check it out. Got to expand my El Hurt collection. He had an El Hurt that I didn't have. This one is They're Playing Our Song from Al. He's the King, and he's a honey on the horn. Hurt. Love you, buddy. You're awesome. All right. And last but not least, a 2-record set of Myron Floren polkas. 22 of them on 2 records. Got a good deal because they're, it's a 2-record set. Ranwood Records, as you know, Myron Floren. Don't have to tell all you polka knowledge people in there that this is a, Ranwood Records. It's Lawrence Welk, guys. This is the guy. It's Lawrence Welk. Buddies, friends, part of his orchestra. Am I the only guy who listens to Lawrence Welk? Okay. Anyway, that is the stack of records. I could have had that whole stack or that one Taiwan bootleg red clear vinyl of Herb Alpert. I took that. And hopefully I could still get the Herb Alpert in the future. So that is my 6.5. I had a good time with that, and I'm going to have some fun with them, but just want to show you guys what else I picked up. Let me know in the comments down there if there's any there that should be burned at the stake because they're Evil Devil music, or if there's records there that you definitely would have picked up yourself if you saw them. I'm curious now when I show these videos, because you guys know my taste in vinyl is way different than the majority of the vinyl community. I'm curious on what records you would have gotten, which ones you think are meh, and which ones are like, nobody should ever buy them. Let me know. Take care, guys. Appreciate you tuning in, and I'll probably see you later this week with a travel video. See ya. Bye-bye.